Seth Conrad Rich, January 3, 1989 – July 10, 2016, was an American employee of the Democratic National Committee, DNC, who was fatally shot in the Bloomingdale neighborhood of Washington, D.C. As of May 2017, the shooting was still under investigation by the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. The murder spawned several right-wing conspiracy theories, including the claim that Rich had been involved with the leaked DNC emails in 2016, which runs contrary to U.S. intelligence that concluded the leaked DNC emails were part of Russian interference in the 2016 United States elections. These theories were described as false and unfounded by law enforcement, as well as by fact-checking websites like PolitiFact.com, Snopes.com, and FactCheck.org. The fabrications were described as fake news and falsehoods by the New York Times, Los Angeles Times, and the Washington Post. Rich's parents condemned the conspiracy theorists and said that these individuals were exploiting their son's death for political gain, and their spokesperson called the conspiracy theorists disgusting sociopaths. They requested a retraction and apology from Fox News after the network promoted the conspiracy theory, and sent a cease and desist letter to the investigator Fox News used. The investigator stated that he had no evidence to back up the claims which Fox News attributed to him. Fox News issued a retraction, but did not apologize or publicly explain what went wrong. Seth Rich's early life and career. Rich grew up in a Jewish family, in Omaha, Nebraska. He volunteered for the Nebraska Democratic Party, interned for Senator Ben Nelson, was active in Jewish outreach, and worked with the United States Census Bureau. In 2011, he graduated from Creighton University with a degree in political science. He moved to Washington, D.C. to work for pollster, Greenberg Quinlan Rossner. In 2014 he began working for the Democratic National Committee, DNC, as the Voter Expansion Data Director. One of his tasks at the DNC was the development of a computer application to help voters locate polling stations. Shooting and death. On Sunday, July 10, 2016, at 4:20 a.m., Rich was shot about a block from his apartment in the Bloomingdale neighborhood of Washington, D.C. Earlier that night he had been at Lou's City Bar, a sports pub 1.8 miles, 2.9 kilometers, from his apartment, in Columbia Heights, where he was a regular customer. He left when the bar was closing. At about 1:30 or 1:45 a.m. police were alerted to gunfire at 4:20 a.m. by an automated gunfire locator. Within approximately 1 minute after the gunshots, police officers found Rich conscious with multiple gunshot wounds. He was transported to a nearby hospital, where he later died. According to police, he died from 2 shots to the back and may have been killed in an attempted robbery, noting that the neighborhood had recently been plagued by robberies. Rich's mother told NBC's Washington affiliate WRC-TV, "There had been a struggle. His hands were bruised, his knees are bruised, his face is bruised, and yet he had 2 shots to his back, and yet they never took anything. They didn't finish robbing him, they just took his life." The police told the family they had found a surveillance videotape showing a glimpse of the legs of 2 people who could possibly be the killers. Aftermath. On the day after the shooting, DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz issued a statement mourning his loss and praising Rich's work to support voter rights. 2 days after the shooting, Hillary Clinton spoke of his death during a speech advocating limiting the availability of guns. In September 2016, Rich's parents and girlfriend appeared on the syndicated television show Crime Watch Daily to speak about the murder case. In October 2016, a plaque and bike rack outside the DNC headquarters were dedicated to Rich's memory. In February 2017, the Beth El Synagogue in Omaha named after Rich an existing scholarship that helps Jewish children attend summer camps. The Rich family accepted the pro bono public relations services of Republican lobbyist Jack Berkman in September 2016. The Rich family and Berkman held a joint press conference on the murder in November 2016. In January 2017, Berkman launched an advertising campaign in Northwest D.C. searching for information regarding Seth's death. This included billboard advertisements and canvassing with flyers. In late February, Berkman told media outlets he had a lead that the Russian government was involved in Rich's death, and the Rich family distanced itself from Berkman. On March 19, 2017, Rich's brother, Aaron, started a GoFundMe campaign to try to raise $200,000 for private investigation, public outreach activities, and a reward fund. On March 24, Berkman started the profiling project with some forensics students at George Washington University, an independent investigative attempt to solve the murder of Seth Rich. On June 20, 2017, the profiling project said that the conspiracy theories surrounding the death were unfounded, and published a report which speculated that the murder was caused by a serial killer. The Rich family was approached by Ed Butowski, a friend of Trump advisor Steve Bannon and a frequent Fox News contributor, who recommended having Fox News contributor and former homicide detective Rod Wheeler investigate Seth's murder. Butowski said Wheeler had been recommended to him. The family gave Wheeler permission to investigate, though they did not hire him. When questioned by CNN, Butowski denied involvement in the case, but later admitted he was involved and had offered to pay Wheeler's fees. After Wheeler asserted links between Rich and WikiLeaks in a Fox affiliate interview on May 15, 2017, an assertion he later backpedaled from, the family spokesman said that the family regretted working with Wheeler. Wheeler then sued Fox News on August 1, 2017, for mental anguish and emotional distress, alleging that he had been misquoted in a story that was then published on the urging of President Donald J. Trump. Rewards. The Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia, MPDC, posted its customary reward of $25,000 for information about the death. On August 9, 2016, WikiLeaks announced a $20,000 reward for information about Rich's murder leading to a conviction, although Rich's family said they were unable to verify this reward offer. When making the offer for the reward, WikiLeaks said their offer should not be taken as implying Rich had been involved in leaking information to them. In November 2016, Republican lobbyist Jack Berkman stated he was personally offering a $100,000 reward in addition to those announced by the police department and WikiLeaks, and he added another $5,000 to his offer in December and another $25,000 in January. Berkman said he hoped the money would help get to the truth of what happened here and will either debunk the conspiracy theories or validate them. Conspiracy theories. Origins. Genesis. Right-wing conspiracy theories began circulating in the days following Rich's death, including an unsubstantiated claim that his murder was connected to the DNC email leak of 2016. A post on Twitter before Rich's memorial service originated the idea that his killing was a political assassination. Subsequently, the conspiracy theory was publicized on Reddit and then on the website Heat Street, later popularized by Donald Trump political advisor Roger Stone via his Twitter account. Reddit users attempted to tie the homicide to prior Clinton body count conspiracy theories. On July 13, 2016, conspiracy website whatdoesitmean.com promoted a similar conspiracy theory. WikiLeaks statements. Assistant Police Chief Peter Newsham said the police had no information suggesting a connection between Rich's death and data obtained by WikiLeaks. Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks, fueled speculation of a connection when, unbidden, he brought up the case. People who worked with Rich said he was not an expert computer hacker helping to leak information to foreigners. Andrew Teroyd, a data scientist who had mentored Rich, said although he had recently been working as a programmer, this wasn't his background, and another co-worker said Rich was very upset when he heard hackers associated with Russian intelligence services had broken into the DNC computers and could be interfering with the election. Spread by social media and right-wing. These conspiracy theories were promoted by Mike Cernovich, Sean Hannity, Geraldo Rivera, Kim.com, Paul Joseph Watson, Newt Gingrich, Jack Posobiec, and others. The same venues that fomented the false Pete Saget conspiracy theory helped to promulgate the Seth Rich murder conspiracy theories, and each shared similar features. Both were promoted by individuals subscribing to far-right politics, and by campaign officials and individuals appointed to senior-level national security roles by Donald Trump. After prior coordination on Facebook, each theory was spread on Twitter by automated bots using a branded hashtag, with the goal of becoming a trending topic. Both the Pete Saget conspiracy theory and the Seth Rich murder conspiracy theory were spread in the subreddit forum promoting Donald Trump, called the Donald. In both conspiracy theories, the promoters attempted to shift the burden of proof, asking others to attempt to disprove their claims, without citing substantiated evidence. Slate called the claims about Seth Rich a Pete Saget-like conspiracy theory surrounding Rich's death. The Huffington Post described it as the alt-right idiocy of Pete Saget all over again. NPR's David Folkenflik said Fox News coverage of it evokes the Pizzagate terrible allegations utterly unfounded, and Margaret Sullivan wrote for The Washington Post, the Seth Rich lie has become the new Comet Ping Pong. Crazy, baseless, and dangerous. Debunking. The conspiracy theories have been debunked by law enforcement, as well as by fact-checking websites like PolitiFact.com, Snopes.com, and FactCheck.org. The Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia described the murder as related to a bungled attempted theft, and said the assertions put forward by Mr. Wheeler are unfounded. The FBI told PolitiFact.com that the MPD was investigating the homicide. Rich family representative, Brad Bauman, responding to the conspiracy theorists' claim that the FBI was investigating the case said, "The FBI is not now and has never been a party to this investigation." FactCheck.org analyzed statements by Newt Gingrich related to the conspiracy theory, where Gingrich said Rich apparently was assassinated subsequent to having given WikiLeaks something like 53,000 emails and 17,000 attachments. FactCheck.org determined this claim was unsupported and determined there's no evidence for his claim. PolitiFact.com said the assertion that Rich gave emails to WikiLeaks is a baseless claim, concluding Gingrich and others are talking about an unfounded conspiracy theory as if it's a matter of fact. It is far from it. We rate his claim pants on fire. In a separate analysis, PolitiFact.com concluded, there's no evidence there's any link between Rich and WikiLeaks. The FBI has indirectly denied investigating the case, which Washington police consider a robbery gone wrong. Snopes.com looked into the matter and stated, "We were able to confirm the FBI is not investigating Rich's murder, it is an MPD investigation. All claims made by Mr. Wheeler are false and take fake news to a whole new level. The family deserves better and every day MPD continues to work diligently to solve this case." Snopes rated the claim DNC staffer Seth Rich sent thousands of leaked emails to WikiLeaks before he was murdered as false. The fabrications were described as fake news and falsehoods by the New York Times. The New York Times cited the conspiracy theories as an example of the persistence of false claims, concluding, "Fake news dies hard." The Los Angeles Times called the conspiracy theories unsubstantiated rumors. The Washington Post cited the conspiracy theories as an example of the power of fake news to spread virally online. The paper used the example as a case study of the persistence of fake news, and found that television news media can be a soft target for such false stories. The Washington Post further found that the proliferation of fake news via Facebook had decreased, but remained powerful on Twitter due to spread via online bots. They found that the conspiracy theories with the largest potential to spread on the Internet were those that held attraction for both the alt-right movements and the political left wing. The Washington Post concluded that even if a particular false story had been sufficiently debunked, such fact-checking was unable to stop the spread of the falsehoods online. Fox News retracted reporting. Uncorroborated story. On May 15, 2017, Fox 5 DC, WTTG, reported the uncorroborated and later largely retracted claims by Rod Wheeler, a Fox News contributor and former homicide detective, that there was evidence Seth Rich had contacted WikiLeaks and that law enforcement were covering this up, claims that were never independently verified by Fox. The next day, Fox News published a lead story on its website and provided extensive coverage on its cable news channel about what it later said were Wheeler's uncorroborated claims about the murder of Seth Rich. In the lead story Fox News removed from their website a few days later, they stated that Wheeler's claims had been corroborated by a federal investigator who spoke to Fox News. In reporting these claims, the Fox News report reignited conspiracy theories about the killing. According to NPR, within a day of the original Fox report, Google searches for Rich had overtaken searches for James Comey, even amid continuous news about the former FBI director's conversations with Trump. The Washington Post noted Fox News chose to lead with this story at a time when most other media outlets were covering Donald Trump's disclosure of classified information to Russia. Other news organizations revealed Wheeler was a Donald Trump supporter, a paid Fox News contributor, and according to NBC News had developed a reputation for making outlandish claims, such as one appearance on Fox News in 2007 in which he warned that underground networks of pink pistol-toting lesbian gangs were raping young women. The Washington Post noted it is rare for a news organization to have such a close relationship with the people it is covering, as Wheeler was playing three roles at once, as a Fox source, as a paid contributor to the network and as a supposedly independent investigator of the murder. When Wheeler appeared on Sean Hannity's Fox News shows, these multiple roles were not disclosed to viewers. After Wheeler's Fox News interview on May 15, 2017, Brad Bauman, a communications professional and spokesman for the Rich family, said the family was asking Fox News and the Fox affiliate to retract their reports and apologize for damaging their son's legacy. The family spokesperson, the Washington, D.C. Police Department, the Washington, D.C. Mayor's Office, the FBI, and law enforcement sources familiar with the case all disputed Wheeler's claims. The family said, "We are a family who is committed to facts, not fake evidence that surfaces every few months to fill the void and distract law enforcement and the general public from finding Seth's murderers." Bauman criticized Fox News for its reporting, saying he believed that the outlet was motivated by a desire to deflect attention from the Trump-Russia story. "I think there's a very special place in hell for people that would use the memory of a murder victim in order to pursue a political agenda." Later that day, Wheeler told CNN he had no evidence that Rich had contacted WikiLeaks. Wheeler claimed that Fox had presented his quotes misleadingly and that he only learned about the possible existence of the evidence from a Fox News reporter. Despite this, Sean Hannity's show and Fox and Friends continued to promote the conspiracy theory for the remainder of the week. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich and Geraldo Rivera took part in spreading the conspiracy. Hannity had on his program Tom Fitton of Judicial Watch, who said the organization filed Freedom of Information Act requests for documents from Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel E. Bowser, and from the Metropolitan Police. Sean Hannity furthermore promoted the uncorroborated claims of Kim.com, a New Zealand resident sought by the United States on fraud charges who claimed without evidence that Rich had been in contact with him before his death. Fox News host Julie Roginski was critical of the conspiracy theory peddlers, stating on Twitter and on her television show, "The exploitation of a dead man whose family has begged conspiracy theorists to stop is really egregious. Please stop." Fox News was also criticized by conservative outlets, such as the Weekly Standard, National Review, and Red State, and conservative columnists, such as Jennifer Rubin, Michael Gerson, and John Podhoretz. In September 2017, NPR noted that Fox News had yet to apologize for its false story or explain what went wrong. When a story of this scale crumbles, most news organizations feel obligated to explain what happened and why. Not so far at Fox. Cease and desist letter and retraction. On May 19, 2017, an attorney for the Rich family sent a cease and desist letter to Wheeler. Fox News issued a retraction of the story on May 23, 2017 and removed the original article, and did not apologize or specify what went wrong or how it did so. Despite this, Hannity, who pushed the theory, remained unapologetic, saying, "I retracted nothing and I am not going to stop trying to find the truth." In their May 23 statement, Fox News said, "The article was not initially subjected to the high degree of editorial scrutiny we require for all our reporting. Upon appropriate review, the article was found not to meet those standards and has since been removed." The Poynter Institute said that the retraction was woefully inadequate, noting that the two-paragraph statement, published under the politics category on the network's website, doesn't say what about Fox News reporting was inaccurate, that its original source backed away from his claim that he had information showing Rich was in touch with WikiLeaks. It doesn't replace the bad information with accurate information, that police believe Rich was murdered during a robbery. It doesn't specify who in the organization is being held accountable. And the correction doesn't appear on the original story to explain why it was removed, nor has it been shared in the on-air forums where the inaccurate story was promoted. As of this writing, the original URL displays a 404 error. Fox News isn't even acknowledging to people who click the link to the original story that it's been retracted. On May 23, 2017, Sean Hannity stated on his television program that he would cease discussing the issue. Hannity said his decision to cease commenting on the matter was related to the family of the murder victim, out of respect for the family's wishes. "For now, I am not discussing the matter at this time." In the same statement wherein he promised to cease discussion of the topic, he vowed to pursue facts in the future. "I promise you I am not going to stop trying to find the truth." Several advertisers including Crown Plaza Hotels, Cars.com, Lisa Mattress, USAA, Peloton, and Casper Sleep pulled their marketing from his program on Fox News. Crown Plaza Hotels later said that it was not their policy to advertise on political commentary shows, and had not been aware of their sponsorship of the show. USAA soon returned to advertising on Fox News after receiving customer input. Wheeler lawsuit. On August 1, 2017, Rod Wheeler, the private investigator hired by Butowski, who was the first to claim links between Seth Rich's murder and the DNC hack on Fox, but who later appeared to retract his claims, filed a lawsuit, Case 1:17 CV05807 Southern District of New York, in which 21st Century Fox, the Fox News Channel, Fox News reporter Malia Zimmerman and Ed Butowski are named as defendants, stating that quotes attributed to him in the original Fox News piece were fabricated. The lawsuit also alleges that the fabricated quotes were included in the Fox News story at the urging of the Trump White House. Text messages and audio apparently supporting this assertion were included in the filing of the lawsuit. About a month before the story was aired on Fox News, Wheeler and Butowski met at the White House with the White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer to review the planned story on Seth Rich's murder. After talking to Wheeler and Butowski, Zimmerman sent Wheeler a draft of a story without any quotes from Wheeler on May 11. On May 14, Butowski texted Wheeler saying not to add any more pressure, but the president just read the article. He wants the article out immediately. It's now all up to you. But don't feel the pressure. Butowski also left a voicemail for Wheeler which said, "We have the full attention of the White House on this. And tomorrow, let's close this deal, whatever we've got to do." Butowski said Seymour Hersh confirmed a link between Rich and the FBI. Hersh confirmed the conversation with Butowski but told NPR the link was gossip and that Butowski exaggerated its significance. In an email to Fox News, Butowski also wrote about the purpose behind the Seth Rich story. "One of the big conclusions we need to draw from this is that the Russians did not hack our computer systems and steal emails, and there was no collusion between Trump and the Russians." He also instructed Wheeler that he narrative in the interviews you might use is that you and work prove that the Russians didn't hack into the DNC and steal the emails and impact our elections. If you can, try to highlight this puts the Russian hacking story to rest. When the story aired on Fox News, it included supposed quotes from Wheeler and was written as if the accusations against the DNC came from him. Wheeler alleges that the quotes were fabricated and should not have been attributed to him. In later recordings, Butowski admits to Wheeler that the claims being attributed to him were false, but says that one day you're going to win an award for having said those things you didn't say. He also says, "I know that's not true. If I'm under oath, I would say I never heard him say that." Family's reaction. In May 2017, Aaron issued a statement saying, "We simply want to find his killers and grieve. Instead, we are stuck having to constantly fight against non-facts, baseless allegations, and general stupidity to defend my brother's name and legacy." The family spokesperson said, "At this point, only people with transparent political agendas or sociopaths are still perpetuating Seth Rich conspiracies." His parents authored a piece in the Washington Post on May 23, 2017 titled, "We're Seth Rich's Parents. Stop politicizing our son's murder," in which they wrote, "We are asking you to please consider our feelings and words. There are people who are using our beloved Seth's memory and legacy for their own political goals, and they are using your outrage to perpetuate our nightmare. We ask those purveying falsehoods to give us peace, and to give law enforcement the time and space to do the investigation they need to solve our son's murder."
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.